Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome to another live stream here on Twitch and YouTube. How are you guys doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing well. It's gonna be just 1 second. I have so many windows open. I need like 12 screens over here, my guys. If I could show you how many windows I have open, I would. It's honestly embarrassing. But anyway, hi, welcome in everyone. So we're not gonna be playing on the truly Bedrocks tonight, but we are gonna be having a technical Tuesday that we haven't had in a while. So previously, this is kind of like a little mini streaming series that we have. You know, every Tuesday we go and we mess around and we try and discover some new farms and stuff that we can build. So tonight I want to try and tackle an easy, like super early game, just convenient way of farming dark oak tree farm or dark oak trees and pale oak trees with like minimal effort, because those trees are so stupid and everyone wants a good farm. So here we are. Welcome in. So one of my chats is broken. I can't see the YouTube chat, but I have another brand new thing that I just started that it does actually have YouTube chat. So it's broken, but it's fixed. That's great. Let's see. Just welcome in, everyone. We have a ton of names here. I'm now reading a combined chat, so it's Twitch and YouTube in one. So it might be a little bit confusing at times. But yes, welcome in, everyone. Let's just hop into the game, shall we? I'm gonna have to rearrange my entire setup to work around this chat issue, though, aren't I? Aren't I indeed? UI test main. So, if you are unfamiliar with tree farms, well, they're complicated and they're a pain and they're horrible, but I think we're going to... Where's my Slytherins at? Nah, I'm a Ravenclaw. Get out of here. Pretty sure ravens beat snakes, right? That's how that works. But yeah, tree farms are kind of horrible. And if you want to do like a proper dark oak tree farm, well, that's going to be just bad news for you, Buster. Not a good thing at all. Okay, my volume's just really low. I see. Also, yeah, they kind of changed how the creaking spawn in the recent update. I already updated that tutorial, though. No bat tree farm? Yeah, no bats. No bats. So if you wanted to do a proper dark oak tree farm, well, then you're looking at something like this right here. This is just the core, and it's 16 by 16. Now, technically, this does still work for pale oak trees, and it works for dark oak trees, but the tutorial for this is like literally an hour long, and ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see. Ain't nobody got time for that. Is the YouTube stream working out pretty alright? Is the netherite necessary? Yeah, it has to be built out of netherite, guys. It doesn't work if you don't build it out of netherite. You might think you could use diamond blocks for this, but nah. Nah, it's a lie. It's a lie. We love the overly complicated redstone. It's not really... That's the thing. It's not really overly complicated. It's just as complicated as it needs to be, which is the scary part about it. So, yeah. This isn't designed by Zulson, by the way. I have a tutorial for this. Let's try it out real quick. Let's just give you an idea of like what happens if you have a proper dark oak tree farm. How do we turn this thing on? Big ol' on switch right there. Bam, gets bone mealed, gets broken, gets dissected in all these crazy different ways, and then all the leaves get broken. The leaf breaking system is quite intense because the sapling drop rate is just horrible. So that's, you know, that's a thing. I think those would get pushed off by the next one around. That's why there's a piston right there. So I wouldn't worry about that. But yeah, so this does work with the pale oak trees. Let's go and grab some pale oak right here. Now, if this destroys the farm, that's going to be unfortunate because I don't have a backup of this world with a working farm in it. But yeah, let's just go ahead and see how that works. Now, in theory, they are exactly the same tree. They just happen to have different blocks, right? So it's really nothing too different. But yeah, as you see, there you go. Bam. If you want to like have a proper realsy, you know, insane dark oak or pale oak tree farm, then that is what you are looking for. Of course, this is using command blocks to delete those blocks right there. But, you know, if you want some cube makers on there, then this is what you're looking at. Again, it's all going to be built out of netherite. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Kidding. Diamond blocks also work. So, that is how you do a standard 2x2 tree farm. Now, I also have some more basic tree farms that you might have seen over the years, because they're pretty popular, you know? We got, like, the standard tree farm. I think this is the first one I ever made. It does have an azalea switch on there, but of course, these tree farms only work for, like, the 1x1 trees. I also have... that is not something I did a tutorial on. Is there the sign credit on that? I think that's from Super Llama, if I'm remembering correctly. I also have an azalea tree farm, which was this one right here. So this automatically grows up the azaleas for you. It's basically an automatic wood farm. This kind of got outclassed by bamboo wood. But it's also a dirt farm. Now, Kairu also sent me an updated version of that, inspired by Super Llamas, and that's what that is over there. And then the other tree farm that we have is the full 2x2 spruce tree. This was really fun to design, but also a pain. Any other tree farms? I think that's pretty much a recap of tree farming, as far as I'm concerned. And then we might have a couple other little things. I don't remember what that is. That's just from a tutorial. That's the tutorial build. That's fair. Okay, well then, where should we design this? You unironically love the azalea for really slow automated terracotta? Yeah, that's something you can do. That's something you can do. Nether trees. Oh yeah, the nether tree farm. You know what? That's something I actually really need to do an updated video on. Because I have a really old design for that, but that was way back. Please hold. Gotta wait for the game to figure out. Yeah, that was way back when everything was bad and broken with the nether trees. I need to make a new updated version of that. Let's put this on the fancy graphics. There we go. Now we got some real lighting. Where is it at? I think it's over yonder. Yeah, it's this ugly, stupid thing over here. We had something happen. Thank you for the super chat. That is 20,000 of a currency. I'm not sure what that is. I don't actually have that as a notification somewhere. I need to fix that. I'm brand new to dual streaming, by the way, guys, so I don't know. Okay, I can see it over here. Yeah, I still need to fix a couple of things, because we're streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Does the ice farm from 5 years ago still work? It does, actually. It does. And thank you for the 20... Thank you for the many, many monies. You saw a commercial saying the Red Hulk will destroy your house. He might. Yeah, so this is kind of a side view of the nether tree farm. Honestly, it's not that good. Still technically works, but like we can do a whole thing. The reason why it was built like this is because when the trees were growing up, they were deleting pistons, but they fixed that bug, luckily. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. Anyway, let's hop into it. Imagine if it was 20,000. I mean, that'd be crazy. That is the thing about YouTube Super Chats, is it's in the local currency. So sometimes it's hard to tell what exactly it is, right? But it appears that is Indonesian rupees. That's cool. I did not know. I guess that makes sense. It's IDR. Okay. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's cool. It is fun to see all the different currencies, though. No, I don't know world currencies. I don't even know how much a euro is worth. And that's like the second major currency of the planet, isn't it? So I have two basic ideas for how we can do this, and it's gonna be a really simple, straightforward design. I'm not trying to get crazy with like piston walls and auto harvesting things. What I want to do is make it so that it is as quick as possible to plant the tree, grow it up, and harvest it, and get your sapling returns and collect your items without going crazy overboard with a ton of piston walls like this stuff right here. So that's kind of what we're going to go for. Someone who's built the all-in-one tree farm, you've been trying to build a TNT blast chamber for it. Yeah, TNT blast chambers are a bit complicated. I need to work on one of those as well. Maybe we'll take a look at that tonight if we have time. Apparently no American currency. Yeah, basically. Ethos style. So I want to be using a TNT. I don't want to use TNT for this because, again, TNT, there's like a whole problem with TNT. On Java, you could just duplicate the TNT, so it's great, or you can duplicate the sand, it's great, and creeper farms are like super efficient, so you don't need to worry about all that, right? But on Bedrock Edition, I cannot type. On Bedrock Edition, TNT is not really something that you can just go out and duplicate, right? Now, we do have sand duplicators, but also, like, the gunpowder farms are good, but they're not super fast. They're not super duper fast. Like, compared to Java, you know? So, I think that's a problem, right? Let's see. Chance on those. I think we're going to go for a fortune hoe. And then you will need efficiency 5 just to instant mine the tree, right? Efficiency 5. So this is going to be like our central area. I'm thinking we can go ahead and do maybe 2 dispensers to auto bone meal it. Bam. And then we'll have a way to like refill those with bone meal. Revive the gas blaster 9000. You can use ghasts. They can break wood. They can break concrete, I believe, still. And then like, you know, the nether trees and stuff. But ghasts are such a pain. I have lost like probably 10 years of my life to dealing with ghasts. So I can't really recommend them. They are incredibly inconsistent. And just basically meanies. Like, yeah, they're not good. They're not good. Handling the gas, capturing the gas, moving the gas, getting the fireballs to actually work, having it break on relogs. The gas have so little health, they die super easily. If they move even the slightest bit, then you are going to end up with a dead ghast. And no one wants a dead ghast. I mean, what do you even do with it? It's huge. It's like a 4x4 mob. I mean, come on. Right, it's like the hole that you need to dig to bury that thing. I mean, it's just crazy. And don't even get me started on cremation. I mean, that's just gotta take forever. It's huge. Well, actually, it's probably full of like methane or something, right? I mean, that's probably how they float if we're getting into it. So maybe they just deflate like a balloon. That's probably more likely. Actually, I don't think they're solid. I don't think it's like a solid. Like bag of yeah, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. It's gonna be gross. But yeah, it's not like a, you know, a bird or something, right? It's like a balloon, basically. I'm procrastinating. I'm talking about interesting things while building a platform. I am an 8-bit piggo. I want to redesign my skin. I need to redesign my skin in some way or another. That way I can make merchandise at some point, because Mojang owns the rights to the Zombie Pigman. So, yeah, I can't really make merch out of it, right? I gotta do a creative rendition or something like that. 8-bit brain. That's being generous. Just make it a Zoglin. Well, you see, they own the rights to that as well. This is uneven, and you guys did not point that out. I'm disappointed. So the idea behind this little platform is that we can capture the leaves decaying and then push those to a central area. Yeah, so I can't really be like an original Minecraft mob. So like I could be a skeleton, because Mojang doesn't own skeletons, right? Oh, that's a tiny amount of leaves. That's horrible. Can we do hold up, let's get some fill commands going real quick. Yeah, so like a slime, you can push the boundaries on a slime like how iJevin does, because slimes are in, you know, 20 bajillion different fantasy games. You know, Terraria has a billion slimes. So that's not specifically just a Minecraft thing. Whereas a Zombie Pigman, unfortunately, I think is just a Minecraft thing. Like there's no other games that have a Zombie Pigman before Minecraft. If there is, then that would make my life a lot easier. But like, you can't be a creeper and go make creeper merch, because that's an original Minecraft mob. Same for like the warden, stuff like that. Like, I could be a zombie. So my idea is, maybe I just drop the zombie. Maybe I just become Pigman. Eh? Eh? Or I add another animal in there, you know? If there's, hold up, I have a really bad skin I want to show you guys. I spent 0 time building or making this skin, and it's genuinely horrific. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this one right here. Yep. So I can't be a zombie pigman, but I could be a zombie pig rat man. So I could add another animal to it, and I think I'd be able to get away with this. What is this? It's horrible. It's horrible. I did say it was bad, okay? I did say it was bad. I got a tail. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I was upfront with you about that. I was upfront with you about that. I told you it'd be a bad thing. Ah, jeez, love it. You know, maybe we'll keep that on for the rest of the stream. I got my cute little nose, my cute little rat nose. Go dock him and get some cyborg parts. That is a thing that you can do. There was another YouTuber, or maybe was is like too much of a past tense, is another YouTuber that was a pig man, but then they ran into the same issue that I did. And they're like, okay, I gotta switch this up a little bit. So they changed up their deal. I forget their name right now, but yeah, they became a cyborg pig man. So as much as I would have really gone for that, it's already been done. Dang it! I should have had this problem years earlier, and then I would have gotten the good skin. But yeah, I forget their name. I think it starts with like a Z or something. I don't know if they still upload though. But yeah, they were a Minecrafter. So I always forget their name. I bring it up like once every 3 years. I always forget their name. My bad. I'm bad with names. Okay. Zombie guinea pig man. Ooh, that works out pretty well. Yeah, it's kind of, rodent adjacent. Why doesn't the dark oak farm work for the new pale oak tree? It does work. But it is extremely complicated, and that's why we are here to design something new. Okay, so how tall are these trees? They're not super tall. Is this scaffolding just really not working that well? Did they break scaffolding? Again, I want this to be very early game. It might seem comically early game, but that's kind of the point. Oh, you can't do that? Okay. You gotta put it on the sides. But yeah, by the way, the context for the skin is that we've been playing a ton of Tunnel Rats, which is Exuma Void's new Bed Wars minigame. But it's Bed Wars, but underground. So the teams spawn at opposite ends of a tunnel, and you can make like your own custom levels with any block in the game that you want. It's actually been really, really fun to play, and we've been playing a ton of it. A bunch of people have been streaming it. I did a stream of it, but I've also recorded like probably 30 or 40 games worth, like not even exaggerating. Like we have played a lot of games. And you can see a bunch of those games on my second channel. If you want to watch those, I just made 4, maybe 5 videos on the second channel that you can go watch. And those will be releasing over the next couple days. Okay, so in theory, all of that, yeah, see, we're still having some landing on the edges, which is what I don't want. Yeah, so we're gonna have to push this out by another block. That's unfortunate. I'd like to have a water stream push all the items to one area in the center. That way you don't have to run around and collect things. Because I want to like streamline the process as much as I can, And we're also going to set up a redstone clock to bone meal all of the dispensers and the saplings. Yeah. So it looks very basic right now, but we are just building up the foundations of this, Also, you could just build this going into the ground. I built it up above the ground a little bit. That way we could mess with the redstone a little bit easier. But maybe I should have just built it directly on ground. That probably would have been smart. Saw Bruno's POV the other day. Yeah, a bunch of people have been streaming it. Bruno, Ellie, Chosen Architect, Chimera Dev, Exuma, and Misty Cat were all streaming it. I might stream more of it, but it's kind of early in the day. Early game farms, indeed. Yeah, I want to do a lot more early game farms. I'm also thinking about, how to do the redstone tutorials. The how to learn redstone series. I'll probably start recording that like tomorrow. Have a good one, Decidus. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I definitely am not. Let's see. Okay, that should be haste 2. Yeah, okay. So all these items are going to fall straight down. You can drop right here. And then you see how we have like this little weird back area where items are going to get stuck. I don't want that. So we need to fix that somehow. A thing happened somewhere. Casper, thank you for the super chat. Mod Kula, I'll send you 1 Japanese yen every day. That is definitely a threat. I don't want to mod Kula now. Sorry, Kula. Not getting modded. Nope. I do not need more Japanese yen. Thank you. Have a good day. Sorry. Coola's just getting caught in the crosshairs out here. Hey, welcome in, Overseer. We're doing well. We're just trying to design a little tree farm real quick. Okay, in theory, this shouldn't have any items landing on the edges. And then we just need to figure out how to collect the items a little bit better. Because, like, obviously, I don't want you to have to, like, run around like this. I mean, that's going to be annoying and stupid, right? But if we could push all the items to, like, this area and this area, or maybe have, like, a couple hoppers and then push it into a chest right here on the ground, maybe that would be best, right? Again, just trying to make this as simple and straightforward as possible. Maybe even, like, a chest would be annoying. Instead, you could just, like, drop down, pick it up, and then get back to placing. Right? So maybe we just even skip the chest. That way there's, like, less interactions. And then figuring out the water streams for this is going to be interesting. Because I don't want the items to get stuck right here. And it looks like they shouldn't. So they're going to go around to this side. And then can we do like an item right there? Or water right there? And right there? It's really hard to see the water flow. But it looks like we should just throw some items in there to see where they land. How about that? Ender chests! Ender chests for everyone! Yeah, so we're just trying to make a very simple and straightforward dark oak tree farm. We're not trying to get, you know, overly crazy with it. I'm trying to make it the simplest that we can. And I think if we do that, I'm just trying to push all the items to, like, this block. That literally changed nothing. That didn't change anything. We need to mark out what blocks we have items on. See, there we go. Now they're getting pushed to right there. So that's super convenient. We're just going to put some redstone on these blocks so I can know where my water sources are. I think there's also... There was one right here, I believe. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty good. And then we just need to do that same thing on this side. So we'll go ahead and put in a water source right there. And then, is that all the other ones? Yeah, we just need to have source there, of course, and on these four. And then obviously back here. We have another thing happen. I'm not sure where that was. It's Casper with the Japanese money. No, please, no. So for some context there, that's through PayPal, and if you have under a certain limit of, like, a foreign currency, they don't let you do anything with it. It's just kind of stuck there. Can't convert it or take it out. I don't even see Kula in the YouTube chat to mod them, by the way. I'm looking. I don't see it. Is there a slash command I can do? Slash mod? No. YouTube doesn't have the fancy things. Well, speak up, Mr. Kula. You'll get yourself a mod. Mod wrench. Had to restart. Oh, okay. Convenient excuse, eh? Convenience. Let's try and get ourselves one more water source right here. And then, perfect. That pushes it all right where you want it. And then again, we shouldn't have any issues with items getting stuck back here. No, look at this. Brilliant. Dang it! I spoke too soon. Okay, let's remove one of these. There we go. No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Ah, jeez. Come on, you can do it. What are you doing back there? Maybe we can remove, like, this one. Did that not do anything? I feel like that didn't do anything. That should change the strength of the water flow. There we go, that did something. Yeah, I just don't want any items getting stuck on the back. Yeah, I was talking about the Nether Tree Farm earlier. I definitely need to do one of those. A new one. An updated one. We have another super chat from Aspect Gamer. Thank you very much. I think that's rupees, right? From the from last stream, I learned that. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. So did Water Bucket Kelp Farm get patched? Water Bucket Kelp Farm. I don't know. Like a zero tick kelp farm, because I think those still work. I think they're just kind of not that great right now, or something. Something changed, but I believe they're still possible. Ah, yeah. See, I don't want them getting stuck right there. It's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem. They should be able to flow out. Or, you know what? I think there's always been a very small chance of like having items end up like that if you have two water streams going in parallel. So I think we need to have one less water source, and then, well, that's getting pushed into that block directly too. Dang it. Okay, we'll come back to that. We're getting stuck on like the little nitty gritty details. We'll fix that later. But yeah, we got all of our items pushed to like right here, so we can easily pick those up and not have any problem. Maybe we'll do like some slabs right here that we don't have to like fall down. Bam. Okay, so you come up here, you pick up all your items, and then you have a clock running to power your bone meal dispensers. Bam, that grows up your tree. And then you can easily just like back up a little bit. Maybe we'll put like a wall right here so you don't even need to think about it. You just like walk backwards. Bam, and then you can go up the tree or go up the scaffolding. And then you can harvest your tree with your fortune hoe to get all of your saplings back. And if you have haste, you can instant mine the logs, and then you just go top down. And then you can just jump in the water, or, you know, whatever you want to do, right? So it should be really easy. Auto collection for the items will be helpful. And then we just need to figure out a toggleable clock for that bone meal dispenser, really. So I think that should be super easy. Let's just get ourselves a lever. So we can just have that right there. And then observer facing upwards right there. And one right there. And now you can turn it on and off if you want. You could even have it be right there. Brilliant. Okay. I mean, that's super straightforward, right? Can't really complain too much about that. I know it's extremely basic, but that was the goal. What about a 2x2 auto tree farm? So we went over all different tree farm designs at the start of the stream. So if you want like a proper, real manly 2x2 dark oak tree farm that isn't like this, then you're gonna get a lot of problems with that. So it's gonna look something like this, basically. And, you know, that's an hour-long tutorial. It's possible you can do it, but I feel like this is outside the reach of most players. By the way, that's just the core. You also need all the cube makers as well. So it's possible, but very overly complicated. And for the amount of resources that you probably need from dark oak or pale oak, it's probably a bit overkill, right? Probably a bit overkill. A pressure plate? Pressure plate could be good. Yeah, to turn on and off the thing. Yeah, I like that idea. Good suggestion. Let's grab ourselves a stone pressure plate so it's not activated by the items. Why don't I use TNT? It's not very good on Bedrock. So, like, on Bedrock, you gotta have, sorry, on Bedrock, we don't have TNT duplication, right? And sand duplication also isn't really I mean, it's good. It works really well, but then you also need to farm the gunpowder, and the gunpowder farms just aren't nearly as fast as they are on Java. So it's a lot of extra work, whereas you don't actually save that much time. Because, like, if you want to do it the legit way, you need to mine all that sand. You need to mine 4 sand per TNT. Or is it 5? I can never remember the recipe. It's 4 or 5. So, like, you need to go mine a bunch of sand, and you can instant mine sand. So if you're going to instant mine sand, then what's the problem with instant mining a tree, right? Because you can instant mine a tree if you're in survival. You just need a good axe, and you need some haste 2 from a beacon, and then, like, bam, you can instant mine a tree, right? So that's one really nice thing that we have on Bedrock that you don't have on Java. You can't instant mine trees on Java. It's not something you can do. You might not even need to go up to the top of the tree. Maybe we can get away with just having a scaffolding. Ooh, I'm in survival. Maybe we can get away with just having a scaffolding pillar, like, right here. Right, and then you can just kind of reach the whole tree from, like, right here. Because the reach is pretty long on Bedrock Edition. I don't know if scaffolding affects how trees grow. I'm in creative again. You mine blocks slower in creative than you do in survival sometimes. Kind of weird. But yeah, like, you want to be able to reach all the leaves unless you go on top of this. Or you go, like, right here. So we'll have to see if that affects the bone mealing. But yeah, look at this. All of our items come right here. And then we can put in our saplings, stand down there. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. That's unfortunate. I was hoping scaffolding wouldn't do that. Maybe you do need to go back up and around. No, creepers have never dropped 100%. I always thought that they did too, but maybe that was just in, like, a random Java snapshot, and they never added it. Because I specifically remember that being a thing on Java for a moment. But maybe I'm just dumb. No, so stone pressure plates don't get activated by items. Only wooden ones do, and then, like, some of the metal ones. Also, they just made it on Bedrock where a single sapling of, like, you know, dark oak or pale oak does not waste bone meal with dispensers. So previously, this would waste a bunch of bone meal if you had 1 sapling, or if you had 2 saplings or 3 saplings. But now you need all 4 and a valid growing configuration to actually get bone mealed, which is very good. Of course, if they're getting blocked by something, then they're still going to try and get bone mealed, but you know, that's kind of your own fault, right? Just make sure you tear out that tree. So pretty cool. Right then, so we need to figure out the water stream right here, because as you can see, we're missing a couple of items. I didn't even notice that we're missing one right there. But if we can figure that out and have all of our items get pushed directly to this spot, then we'll be doing pretty good. I'm thinking maybe we can have 2 different layers, so we could have a layer of blocks, like, right here. And then water on top of that. And then it would maybe change the other thing. The mangrove root water flow trick might work. I don't think that's properly working on Bedrock yet, is it? So on Java, if you waterlog this, yeah, it doesn't flow out on Java, but it does on Bedrock, which is annoying. Great parody of features right there. They really nailed that one, didn't they? Let's see. Maybe we can add a water source, like, right here. How about that? And then it's not pushing into that block. It's just kind of pushing across it. It looks like we still have water flowing into this, though. So I think we would need to... Can we just add one right there? Oh, we have, like, a little bit of a backflow. Man, water flow is so annoying sometimes. Yeah, you will have some items land on the dispensers, but that should be kind of uncommon. And then also you can just kind of, like, walk up right there, right? I don't think there's really a way to prevent that, per se. I mean, maybe you could, well, if you put any dirt right there, that would stop branches from growing right here. So you'd actually reduce the amount of wood that you get per tree. But technically that should work to stop items from landing there. Yeah, see, it stops branches from growing. So you would lose possibly like 5 to 10 logs per tree. You also lose a fair bit of leaves, which might be the more important thing. But it would stop those items. So I mean, technically it would work. I'm not super worried about that though. That's just gonna have to be how it is. Can this farm be easy? No, I don't think so. You have to be proven wrong. I don't know if it can get much easier than this, right? Unless you get rid of the water platform. Nice dirt tree. It is a good dirt tree. Thank you. Appreciate it. Stairs don't bounce items anymore. If you guys are an OG Minecrafter, then you might recognize a bit of a mechanic where if you like drop an item on a stair, it would... What? It's back? I made a bug report about this years ago, and they said, no, it's not supposed to be in the game. And you know what? It's back in the game. What kind of... Jeez. Minecraft. This is crazy that this is back, though. Because it wasn't on Bedrock for a long time. So if you drop an item on stairs, it just like bounces down the stairs. Well, I guess it lands on that one now. It used to go like all the way down a staircase. That's weird. That's weird indeed. Yeah, that didn't used to be on Bedrock Edition. I don't know why it does that even. I guess it's technically inside the hitbox of a block, but yeah, it didn't used to do that on Bedrock. Maybe that got added in when they added the better item physics. Item physics used to be really bad on here. Okay, let's see if we can't figure this out. We need some blocks. So we're trying to make sure that no items get stuck, like, you know, that. Oh, it's so close. Yeah, see, now that's the problem. Let's see. Maybe we can do like this. See, now we have a big empty area over here. Yeah, we need to push it. Push it more. Push it better. This is gonna be so ugly looking. I wanted it to be symmetrical, but apparently that ship has sailed. That also isn't really pushing this water much further, is it? No one wants to be the 70th like. Nope. Yeah, we could add a couple hoppers. I'm trying not to make it so that you have to open an inventory, though. I want all the items to just end up, like, right here. So you just walk up, pick up your saplings, and just go for it, right? I think we gotta redo these water streams, though. Yeah, see, now we have a solid piece of water pushing into that block. How's this farm work? It's a very manual farm, but it's very simple and basic and straightforward and easy. That is the goal. That is the goal. Yeah, we can't really fill in this without messing up our items over here. Unless we... I don't know. Make a big circle. Maybe it's okay if there's like a couple items lost on the backside. I don't want there to be, obviously. The perfectionist among me does not want that to be the case. The redstone's just so I know where the water sources are. That shouldn't be like that. There we go. Okay, so that should push all the items to there. Now, there is the small chance of losing an item on this back corner right here. Technically... So, like, if an item lands perfectly right between these ones, it's going to get pulled in left and right, so it won't move anywhere. This is an issue that I've had with mob farms as well. It doesn't appear to really be happening right now. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, so it's a very small chance. It has to land perfectly. Like, even trying to do it, as you can see, it takes a second, but it is possible. Now, we need to check and make sure that items landing everywhere else still actually go where they should. And you know what? I think that's pretty good, actually. There's the very small chance of, like, an item landing and getting stuck right there. But even if it has, like, just the slightest bit momentum, it'll get out. So I'm not too worried about that, actually. I think that's pretty good. Salt, thanks for stopping by the stream. That one item will attract 63 more. Well, you might be right about that. I don't know. I don't know, actually. That's a good point. Maybe it will. See, if the item's not really going into that exact location, it doesn't really get stuck there. Like, if it lands kind of near it, it doesn't actually get stuck into the stack. It has to be actually ending up in that location. I think we're kind of good. Because, yeah, it's only going to have items end up right there if they were already going to get stuck there, right? It's also... I don't know. We'll find out. Let's just harvest some trees. Let's harvest some trees and see what happens, right? Best way to find out is to mess around. That's what I say. Gotta mess around and find out. Mess around and discover. Also, we don't really need that dirt anymore. That was old. Too much thinking. Just do it! Yes. I do like to get bogged down in the details. You know, I try to think of all the different use cases and things that people have for the farms. And all the different ways that they might use it, right? And try and think of, like, how it's gonna break, how something might go wrong, or unexpected consequences of farming things. Like, we just broke our scaffolding right there, so maybe the best thing to do would just be ladders. Let's see. Oh, we're having items get stuck right here. I didn't see any of that happen before. See, now that's something we got to look into. Why are they getting stuck right? Okay, the water's pushing right into that block. It's very hard to tell, but it is happening. Have I tinkered with a camel XP farm yet? Technically, I do have a camel farm on the channel. I don't think it's called camel farm tutorial though. I think it's in one of the update videos at some point. We might need to get rid of this block of water. There we go. That did it. Yeah, we just had one too much extra water right there. I wonder if that affects our flow on the backside. Not really. I don't know. We could just put a hopper right there as well. Technically, this would work for the big spruce trees, or really any tree. You know, it's not limited to just one. That's a good point. That's a good point. I think we might do ladders though. I wanted ladders, so I typed scaffolding. That's how smart I am. Ladders might be better simply because you won't accidentally break it while you're mining. We'll have to see how that works with, like, getting on top of the tree though. So you back up, and then... Oh, might need to be a little bit taller, actually. Yeah, if you just, like, go up to the top of this, and then I would actually put a little backboard right here. That way you don't, like, fall off the top and go backwards like how we almost did. It's kind of annoying that you can't instant mine in creative. You technically can, but you know what I mean. It's not the real instant mining. So you mine all this, and then at some point you're gonna get so many saplings that you don't actually need to harvest all the leaves every time. Because with Fortune 3, like, as you can see, we already got 40 saplings. And we haven't really, you know, used that much. So that's actually one of the advantages of manually harvesting these, is that you get way more saplings. because the fortune drop rate is insane. So yeah, as you see, you just pick up all the items right there, and now we are kind of good to go. We only have one of these saplings though. Let's start with 8, just so I don't need to grab more if I run out, and we'll see what happens. Hop up top here. Feels like mining these is a little bit slower. Yeah, it could be scaffolding to ladders. I think you get stuck on the underside of ladders though, because they do have a little bit of a hitbox. But yeah, being able to walk in here easily from the outside is something that we need to think about. But yeah, look how quick this is. I mean, this isn't so bad. If you can chop down a tree like every 20 seconds like this, I think that would be pretty good, right? And then yeah, you just pick up all the items. We got 19 saplings already from our 4 that we had. Well, technically, I guess it was 8 because like the 4 that we planted. But we had 4 in the inventory when we started. And also, I believe the drop rate of these is like equal to dark oak. So I mean, it's very basic. I'm sure it's not really a super original concept or anything, but as far as this goes, this is like a no nonsense, no redstone, no shenanigans, quick and easy tree farm, right? Would you build it? Use a ghast. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Ghasts are super... they're just a pain. I don't know if I ever want to do anything with ghast ever again, to be completely honest. Besides like a ghast farm. That's the only thing that they deserve as a ghast farm. But like using them for functional things, I don't know. Maybe a ghast fireball cannon. That could be fun, actually. I've never made one of those. Yeah, okay, look at this. I mean, this is pretty fast. I think we're doing pretty good here. We got a couple stacks of logs. Only 2 stacks? I thought you would get like half a stack per tree. Well, I guess we did. We harvested like 3 trees, right? I guess that makes sense. Minus Acrobat, welcome back to the stream for 76 months of resubscribering. That is insanely long time. How you doing tonight, mister? It's good to see you again. 76 months. Crazy. Thank you so much for the support. For how many years is that? I can't do the math. That's beyond what I know. I know up to 48. I know that's 4 years. Well, I guess 60 is 5 years, right? So that's over 6 years. That's crazy. Oof. 6 years, 4 months. That's crazy. 8 years. I think you're a little bit off there, Steve-O. 6.5. Yeah, that's a long time. Jeez. Well, hopefully you heal up from that. That sounds not great. I don't really know what that is, but it doesn't sound good. Jeez, gotta be careful out there. Kind of feel you, though. I sprained my wrist like 2 weeks ago, and it's still not better. Actually, that was 3 weeks ago. I did some of the math, and I decided to not finish it. It's in the knee. Ooh, man. That does not sound good. Yeah, no, you can't really do much if you got a knee injury, right? Knees are so fragile, man. You gotta watch out. Not a good place to get injured. Jeez. Sorry about that. Hopefully it heals up fast for you, though. I tried to be a professional land surfer. I went snowboarding 3 weeks ago. It was my first time ever snowboarding. I really wanted to try skiing because I was like, surely that'll be easier. I even said it on the stream before we went. I was like, hey, you never hear from me again. I died. Just straight up. And, you know, like an hour in, the first time down like a decent sized hill, fell bad on my wrist and got a big old bump and could not do anything for like a full week. It still feels like a little bit poppy when I move it in like a certain angle. Yeah, not great, but it's not really like painful now. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's only like a lifelong injury, you know. Probably dislocated a bit. Maybe. I don't think it was like a fracture or a crack or anything, but I think if it was, then it would hurt a lot more to the touch. But it was just like very painful to move and do anything with. Anyway, unrelated. So is there anything that you would add to this build? Can we just like do this? Yeah, so you kind of get stuck on the other side of the... Why is it doing that? I'm getting, like, stuck a little bit. Maybe it's just because of the scaffolding there. Oh, yeah, see, you, like, jump up the scaffolding, then you stand on top of it, and then you start climbing the ladder. Okay, so you would need, like, 2. And then... I think the way to do this would be a slab right here. So you can, like, crouch to get in here. Or, I don't know. I guess you could just do, like, a door. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Do, like, a door. And then you can do your things, walk backwards, jump up, get to the top of this, and then jump onto your tree. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine. It looks a little bit stupid, because it is, but that's fine. Soul sand elevator. You could. That would require a lot more blocks on all the sides. Hello there, Star Shard. Hello there. Could just come in from the top. Yeah, I guess you could just use the bubble elevator to go up to the top. TNT is 100% drop rate, but again, it's not really that great on Bedrock Edition. Because you can't duplicate TNT, right? Oh yeah, see, that's pretty easy. This might even be a little bit too tall. Oh, well, it's a really short tree is why. Jeez, look at that stubby tree. It's the short king tree right there. And then if you don't want all the leaves, you can just like punch out a couple, and then just rip out the logs, right? And then you don't even need to collect all the items on your first run around. You can just hop back up. Now our tools are breaking a little bit, but we don't have any unbreaking on them. So that makes sense that they would start breaking. Let's see. Breaking like the corner branches is maybe the most painful part, but otherwise not so bad. And then, you know what, we could also just try mining this from the bottom as well. Without hopping up to the top, like how bad is that? Can you reach all of this? Not quite. Okay, so you do kind of need to go up to the top, unless we just like... Interesting. Interesting indeed. Maybe we could just go up like this. Maybe we just go up like 3 scaffolding, but you want to be able to reach all the leaves is the problem, right? That's a very average tree. Chill. Out here defending the tree. Yeah, see, without going all the way up to the top, you can't really reach all the leaves. So maybe we could have like a two-step system here. We could have one where you just kind of sit at... Oh, yeah, so we did lose 1 sapling. You could just like stand at this layer, and this would let you mine out all the branches and stuff. And then if you really wanted to, you could go up to the top and get the rest of them. So I think if we just move this forward, then we'll kind of be good. Windburst. Ah, man, the windbursts are so fun, but they're so annoying to get. Did I just walk through that door? I did. Oh, yeah, so if you close the door on yourself, you can just, like, be inside of it. I guess the items could end up right there, but you would still pick them up. A golden hell with mending. Oh, I didn't actually bone meal it all the way. Oh, is it not going to grow up now? Because there's scaffolding right here. Wow. It's the ladders too, isn't it? Wow. That's so annoying, you know? Wow. Okay, well, so much for that idea. Jeez. I guess we won't do that then. It's kind of silly. Yeah, the doors are here just so we don't walk back through it. Better for bugs. Now you're on the Twitch chat. Yeah, we're streaming to 2 platforms, by the way. We're streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I should probably check the Twitch live stream real quick, make sure it's still working. Let's see. Looks good. We did lose some of our Twitch viewers to YouTube. That's something I noticed. The last 2 Twitch streams have been lower than normal because I think people moved over to YouTube. So that's interesting. Actually, we have about half as many viewers on Twitch right now as we do on YouTube. 160 to 80. That's crazy. Thanks for watching the stream, everyone. It's still like a net positive, though, right? I think we've about doubled our viewership, which, you know, makes sense. So that's pretty cool. We are going to be streaming 4 times a week to this platform, by the way. So if you want to see more live streams in the future, then make sure to, you know, follow, subscribe, whatever. We stream every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, late UK, or early Australian time. After all these years of streaming, I still have no idea what time we stream for Europe or Australia. It's just, they can figure it out. They can figure it out. But yeah, I put a lot of time into figuring out how to do a YouTube live stream, because it's not just as simple as it seems, right? I mean, if you want to do just a standard YouTube live stream, then maybe it is. But if you want to dual stream to both platforms, then that gets significantly more complicated. I had to figure out a lot of different things. See, if I stand on top of this, can we reach all of our stuff? Oh yeah, look at that. So you don't even need to go up all the way. Oh, that's so convenient. Yeah, so you can just like stand right here, knock out an entire tree, hop back down to the bottom. And then even if there's like items in there, then it doesn't stop the tree from growing. That's so convenient. Because sometimes items can mess you up like that. Okay, I think this needs to be a block taller to really get everything. Yep, that's gonna be there. Okay. Game mode. S. Yeah, so sometimes you have like an item on a block, then you can't place something or spawn a mob. It's kind of annoying. Okay, let's try this with the pale oak. I think they spawn at the same height and everything. That actually grew a tree even though there was still a log up there. Mildly surprising. So if you have a ton of saplings, you can kind of ignore harvesting leaves for a little while, but you will need to harvest leaves at some point, of course. Did I not go with the sapling? Oh, there's a scaffolding missing. I wonder if I punched that out or I just didn't place it. But yeah, look at this. You don't even really need to move. That's pretty convenient, you know? And then there's still a bunch of items up here, but none got stuck on the backside. So, like, I think this is pretty decent. Not too bad. What do you guys think? Would you build it? I think I would make this as a decent early game farm. Because you wouldn't build it up off the ground like this. You build it into the ground. So your little water stream trenches would be like right here. And then you just have water on the inside of this. So don't look at these blocks and be like, oh, you got to place those. It's literally just these blocks along the edges. And then like this thing. I did punch this out. I wonder why that is. Threw it on the ground. That was a lot of things. Oh, so the bot is splitting its message into 2 on YouTube. I wonder if that is a configuration issue or if YouTube just doesn't let you have long chat messages. Interesting. Yeah, actually, let's try this with spruce trees real quick. Because normally for spruce, I just elytra up to the top. Back in the day, we used to enderpearl up there. Yeah, so you would obviously need a much taller ladder for that. But, naturally, like, these are by far the best trees for, like, sources of wood in Minecraft. Because, I mean, you just, like, stand at the top and you just go down. There's no branches, there's no complications, there's no shenanigans, there's no tomfoolery, there's no malarkey. It's just straight up tree. And you get so many saplings. So, like, it's definitely the best wood for chests and crafting tables and sticks and all of your standard things. If you're using, like, oak or anything else for, like, your standard bulk source of wood, please stop. You're just hurting yourself. Please stop. Get some help. There is 2x2 spruce trees, and they're lovely. And they're so easy to farm. There's no branches. I used to do 2x2 jungle, but the branches are super annoying because you'd always miss one, and then there's like one up there in the top, and it doesn't grow. It's like, ugh, stupid. But yeah, it's really good. 2x2 spruce is the way to go. Right, so that's a little bit annoying right there. We can't really have stairs. Oh, you know what? We could just. You know, that's fine. There's no way to fix it. Why did my screen churn off? What are you doing over there? Screen? Randomly churning off for no reason. There we go. Look at that. Doors. Tripwire hook for bone meal. Well, we have the pressure plates down here. We could... well, we could raise those up by a block, but you kind of need to go down to this layer just to collect your items, right? It doesn't go into a chest or a hopper or anything, which is by design. We didn't really want that. Don't actually need these blocks here. And then, yeah, I don't like that you have to like hop up on that. There we go. Fix that. Problem solved. Nice little stairs. Yeah, so if you wanted to do 2x2 spruce, we should maybe mark out how tall that would need to be. It would be very tall. If you heard an ooh-woo, blame the Twitch chat. Do striders naturally run away to anything or away from anything? Run to anything or away from anything? I think they're attracted to the warped fungus, right? Because isn't that what you put on the warped fungus on a stick? So I think if you hold that, they like come to you. Do they have any natural predators? They might run away from like a Zoglin. Because Zoglins attack everything. I'm not sure though. That's a good question. Striders are kind of underappreciated mobs, aren't they? Tool break sounds. Yeah, Twitch has the redemptions and stuff, which I don't think there's any way to do on YouTube. So sorry, you guys are just missing out over there. We need to remove those logs. They have the redemptions and they'll use them. Gosh darn it. Yeah, so that one grew to like this height, but obviously they can get taller than that. I think they can get like 30 something blocks tall. Are you guys playing gas fireball sounds? Get out of here. Yeah, see, that one's the same size. You'd think I would know how tall they can grow after building the 2x2 spruce tree farm, but I don't. Okay, see, this one grew pretty tall. Pretty tall. That's a good, like, 20 blocks. Oh, Coola's here, finally. You're on the Twitch chat. You're on the wrong chat. You're already modded over there. Go to YouTube. What are you doing? Can't mod you somewhere that you're already modded. Jeez. Technically, I do have a dirt farm on the channel. Yeah, so you need to go up to, like, here. If you want a dirt farm, I can provide... So how you farm dirt is you make a moss farm, and then you grow azalea on that. And then the azalea churns that moss into rooted dirt, bam. And then you can hold that dirt to get your regular dirt, boop, like that. And then you can wet this You can wet this with a bottle of water, turn it into some mud, and then you can dripstone that to turn it into a little bit of clay. And then you can smelt that to turn it into terracotta, and then you can smelt it again to turn it into glazed terracotta. Welcome. Way more complicated than it needs to be. Door farm. This is the door farm. It's adorable. It's a door farm and a bull farm. The cat scared you. Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, well, I think that's about it, right? Is there any other things that you guys would add to this or that you would want to see as a feature of it? I'm just going to put some buttons on the back sides of these right here so I can remember where my water sources are. Because the water source layout is pretty important for this. Oh, there he is. There's the cooler. The Mr. Kool-Aid. There you go. You're welcome. And thanks. You could stone doesn't turn into podzol, but dirt and grass and stuff does. Auto sorting. I mean, something you could do. Evident. I think we played with Evident, haven't I? I recognize the name. Yeah, no, I think we did, I think we might have done MCC Champions. Or MCBC, sorry. Yeah. Pretty sure we did MCBC. Or we were about to, or something. At some point. Something at some point. I think we did. It's been a minute. It's probably been like 5 months. Only took me 70 minutes. Listen, half the stream was dealing with you guys messing around with stat alerts. You know, what can I say? What can I say? Add a TNT dropper. That's something we could mess around with. Let's go. Let's go see what it takes. That's a tall tree right there. Yeah, so the thing about a TNT dropper is that it is going to be an actual dispenser. And it's going to be kind of really slow. I think this might even be too close. That's probably too close. Yeah, see, that barely blew up anything. So we're going to mark this layer right here. Endstone. This is the layer that we're bombing. And then how many layers does that TNT actually remove? Wow. Two. Wow, okay. That's really bad. That's really bad. I did not expect 2 layers of logs? This is a cubic meter of TNT! 2 layers? Oh. Bro, 8 blocks. It removed 8 blocks. Yeah, we need to drop this on the side. But then that requires like a timing circuit and all kinds of nonsense. Something happened from somebody. Oh, that only... Nah, well, it's just too blast resistant. It's just too blast resistant, my guy. Sir Cat, thank you for the R5. I don't know what currency that is, but thank you very much. Really appreciate it. You found the Creeper Farm video, and you're Brazilian. Oh, okay, it's Brazilian. Brazilian something. And most tutorials here suck. Yes, the Creeper Farm still works. Just make sure you don't build it in a bad biome, like a mushroom biome or something. Cover all that stuff in the video. But yeah, still works. Really good farm. from Mike Homer. And there's actually an updated version of that as well. It's kind of like a version 2 inspired, same mechanics. I think it gets a little bit better rates. Not sure if it's more resources or not though, but it does exist. Pretty cool stuff. River biome. Yeah, don't build it in a river biome. There's also the frozen tundra. You gotta watch out for that one because it looks really similar to the other biomes, but it doesn't spawn any mobs. It's Brazilian race. A currency class? I'm getting a currency class. You guys are teaching me all kinds of currencies over here. What's a good software for video editing? I've been using DaVinci Resolve for years now, and I really like it. There's a free version of it, which is like super powerful. It's like, you know, professional grade editing software. If you want to actually buy it though, it's like 350 bucks, but that's a forever perpetual license that you can use on 2 devices. And you get like updates forever. The only reason that I bought it is because GPU rendering is locked behind a paywall. So if you want to actually render out videos quick and, you know, get them snapshot videos out fast, then you kind of need to have your GPU rendering. Otherwise you're on CPU and it takes forever, right? But yeah, learn DaVinci. It's really good. And it's free too. So like, why not, right? I don't need to break all that. That'll just decay. I knew that. I'm a professional Minecrafter, so I'm trying to think. I don't think of much else that I'd really add to this. As far as like a super easy, simple, straightforward early game tree farm goes, I think this is about as good as you're gonna get. So obviously, like, it's gonna be on this layer right here. So you just like walk in here, mining some trees, bam, place in your saplings right there, and you go up and you mine your branches, or you like go up all the way, and then you hop on top of the tree, mine your leaves, and you're kind of good, right? I mean, now if you wanted to do multiple trees at once, that's something that we could take a look at. Actually, I would need to test how exactly we do that. I don't know if that's gonna work with the saplings, because I think if you have logs like that, then it's gonna not. Does that make any sense? I don't think that sentence word did a sense. But anyway, I think if you have a tree grown right here, you can't grow like another tree because like obviously those logs. Yeah, so that doesn't work. So the closest you could have it is probably like maybe right here. 1 block gap. Let's see. Can we get it like right here? 2 block gap. Okay, so you could do a 2 block gap. That's technically possible. So if you really wanted to, you could do that, actually. Maybe we'll make a version of that real quick. Let's make a version of that. I don't know if that would actually be any faster for this piece of redstone right there. I don't know if that'd be any faster for actually harvesting the trees, though. This is like, what, 15 by 15 or something? No, 16 by 16? It's a 1 chunk farm! You could chunk align it. You could chunk align it. Oh my god. I could fit this in the base! I could fit this on the truly bedrock base, and it'd be perfectly fine. Technically, it's 14 by 14, because the edge blocks right here. I don't know. Doesn't really count, right? Did I make it tall enough? Kind of did. Oops, cut a tree in half. Look away! Avert your eyes! It's gruesome. Can we have flowers for beehives? Yeah, if you wanted to. I don't know where you'd really put it. You'd probably, be able to put it on the backside over here. Or I was thinking you could put the flower like right here, but I think that's too far away. So yeah, it'd have to be like right here. Yeah, and that gets water flowed in. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you probably just put it on the backside, or you can put it like right here. When we're doing a face reveal, 10 million subscribers. Speaking of, thank you, David, for subscribing. We're one closer, guys. We also had Jonathan Davis and Aspect Gamer, along with Guest is Gone and a few others. Thank you for subscribing here on the YouTubes. We had Star Shard and Red Dragon and It's Impulse, along with a couple others following over on Twitch. Appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I have no plans to do a face reveal. Ain't no plans. So that's why 10 million is the goal, because it's unreachable basically, right? It's 6 blocks. Speaking of, we are getting closer to 700,000 though, so that's cool. We'll get there in a couple months. We're at, what, 676 right now? Pretty cool. 700k will be nice. And then we're only 300 away from 1 million, so that's gonna be cool. We get a boom. Boom. There you go. Best I can do. You've been enjoying the Tunnel Rats videos? Nice, glad you like them. If you guys want to see a lot more Tunnel Rats, go subscribe to the second channel, Silent 2. I have a bunch more on the way. I made like 4 in the last day. I just scheduled another 2. One went out today, along with a live stream, I believe, of Tunnel Rats. And then there should be 3 more Tunnel Rats videos ready to go out. Yeah. I have so many more games to post as well. It's ridiculous. We've played a ton. We have a really good time on there. I think we all have like really good like, I don't know, chemistry, for lack of a better word. Playing with each other. Just having a good time. Getting some good games in. Okay, seems like that is not gonna work. We need like one right here, maybe. Speaking of good games, have you guys seen Avowed? I have a wardrobe change. Oh, thank you. Well, you don't want the rat whisperer. Let's see. This guy looks like a lumberjack. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Love it. We also need a Moo Bloom in this upcoming update. Yeah, I think they kind of missed out on the opportunity. They had the Moo Bloom. Not gonna lie. Seems like they could have done better. Moo Bloom's such a fun little mob. They should add that to like the Flower Forest, honestly. Why not? Okay, so why is this water not reaching over here? I feel like that should reach there. Water source is right here. Oh, maybe it doesn't reach there. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. Rat with a flanny short thing. No, you're just asking for cursed things now. Yeah, I threw together that rat skin in like literally 5 minutes. I just went and found like the first rat skin I could on Nova Skin. It was like, hey, this will work. And then I deleted some layers from it and put it over my skin. I was like, done. Say less. Yeah, you know what? This right here is actually the problem. I don't know how the water streams would work for this with 2. I think that would be a problem. I guess your platform would probably be here in the middle though, right? So I mean that means we need a full redesign. I don't even think it would really be beneficial to have 2 of these in my humble and handsome opinion. Maybe you could do it though. I think what you would actually run into is that you would get less saplings back overall, and if you're not using fortune, that's going to be a problem because I can see the leaves overlap here in the middle, so you're probably losing like I don't know, maybe 20% of your leaves. Because imagine like not having any of these basically, or losing one whole section of these. Like that's essentially what we're talking about. So I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it. I think it's better to just kind of leave it as a single thing. Oh, it's gone. Oh yeah, this thing up here too. There is ways to kill the dragon of a trident killer. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. First tutorial of the year, everybody. It's a water platform. Are you proud of me? Jeez, there's not very much stuff to make a tutorial on in the new update. We got Laser. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in over on Twitch. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Yeah, so what is there to farm in the new update? We have the bushes. Let's pivot to that real quick. Let's hop into the Minecraft beta real quick, sees. Because there's really not much. Like there's the new hold up, we're getting distracted over here. What am I trying to say? There's the new animals. Cows, pigs, chickens, right? But those aren't really anything new. Farm the hairy pigs. I'd rather not. Yeah, so those aren't actually anything new. So the only thing new in this update is like firefly bushes, regular bushes. Oops, got the same thing twice. Regular bushes. And then we have this grass. And then we also have the cactus flower. So 5 new plants. Wow. And I think that's it. I think that's literally it. Unless I'm missing something, right? Farm the new eggs. I mean, put some chickens on a hopper, my guy. Now, when it comes to all of these, I think you can literally just bone meal those and force it to grow in a specific area. Let's hop over to here. So these ones should have basic bone meal mechanics on them. On Java, it grows in a cardinal direction. Yeah, so that appears to be the situation here as well. And then that should grow up and then cardinal. And then grow up and cardinal. Interesting. Wow, that's really short. Okay, so it has quite a bit of variety on it. Looks like the tall ones are not always the same height. Okay, so there's a little bit of variation in these. Things are happening. We got me gifting 5 subs to the community over on Twitch. These are kind of like channel memberships, but on Twitch, we got gifted subs to Extra Mental, Codebreaker, Mia, and Navdav, along with Ahex. Thank you for being part of the streams, everyone. You guys have access to ad-free viewing now, which is like the best part of being a sub, basically. Really. And then there's also, whatchamacallit, the emotes. Oh, wow, look at this. That sound. That's weird. That sounds prickly. Leaf piles. Yeah, so if you want to farm the leaf litter, that is... You just, like, smelt regular leaves in a furnace for that. However, you did remind me that there's wildflowers in this update. We got a super chat from Kevin. Thank you very much. That is, I think that's 500 yen, right? That's crazy. Thank you so much. Super happy to finally be able to catch a live stream. Yeah, we're dual streaming now. Finally, right? Yeah, glad you enjoy it. We're going to be streaming 4 times a week, basically, because that is our somewhat-ish standard, you know, stream cadence. Okay, so these are just gonna be, oh wow, you literally just, cool, love it. Easy peasy, look at this. Look at this farm, guys. Look at this. So easy. But yeah, sometimes we miss a stream. Sometimes I get injured from snowboarding accidents. Sometimes life happens. And sometimes a January happens and no streams happen. It's fine, you know? YouTube gaming. Yeah, the currency conversion's always weird, right? But it's fine. I don't really care, right? It's the thought that counts, you know? Let's see. So I believe what we can do is we can just force these to grow in a specific direction. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be really easy, guys. One, two, three. Three of these are all going to have the same exact farm. So basically what's going to happen here is we're going to have dispenser and then piston, hopper right here, and let's just get ourselves a chest. I haven't messed around with this at all, but this should be super easy. So we're just going to do like glass, and something like that. Guess we can put the chest on front. Okay, and then we'll have our bush right there. Let's get some bone meal in there. And now we just need a redstone block. Actually, I wonder. Let's try and power both of these at the same time. See what happens. Is that going to produce an item for us? No. So we need a little bit of delay on there. That's fine. We'll just do something like this. That still didn't quite do it. 2 ticks? Nope. 3 ticks? There we go. And that should be producing bushes. Yes. Okay. So that's easy. And then we will simply have ourselves... you know what? We can probably get away with not even having that. We can probably just do like a redstone clock on the back. And then let's just put a redstone right there. That would be dual powering. Let's move it up. Repeater, 3 ticks. Bam. But that's not powering that block anymore. That is a little bit of a problem, isn't it? There we go. Well, there you go, everybody. That is the easiest farm in the world. Now, the question is, does this also work for the bushes and the grass? Because that's not something that we've confirmed. No, okay, so you can't break bushes or grass with piston. Because reasons. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Then why does it work for fire bushes, right? What's happening? We're farming. We're farming! Watch out, I'm farming here! Yeah, so you have to harvest these by hand, which might even be better for a farm. So let's make a zone for that. Now this might even be like the easiest thing. Let's see, is this gonna waste bone meal is my question. It doesn't waste bone meal. Okay, lovely. That makes this easier. Observer. Watch this. Sticky piston. And we'll just go ahead and put in piston right there. And then I think you can just harvest these with like shears, right? Or can you punch these? You can't punch them, but you can shear it. That got easy. And then if you wanted to do the grass, you would only get the small grass from this. Yeah, you would only get small grass. Short, sorry. I feel like saying short is more offensive than saying small. Yeah, so if you wanted to do tall grass, you would also need to place it and then like bone meal it, right? So maybe a tall grass farm should be in order. Let's see. And that should also be pretty easy. So we'll just do 2 bone meal dispensers, neither of which have bone meal in them. Good start, good start. We know what we're doing. And then we'll just stop these from growing right here. And stop it from growing right there. So we don't waste bone meal. And then that should pretty much be it, right? So it should bone meal this one, grow it into a small, bone meal it again, and then we harvest it. And then, I don't know, we might... Oh no, look at that. That's like... Yeah, that's straight to tall. Yeah, we're not going to get any short from this. And like... Yep, no short. We have 27 on the hotbar. Let's throw it all away. No shorts. No shorts allowed. Yeah, super easy. And then, you know what? This could even be a dual farm, because if you don't want tall, you just flick that lever, and then all you get is short. Look at that. Brilliant. Simply brilliant. Not even a problem. Not even a problem. Yeah, so that was really easy. That took, what, 10 minutes for 2 different farms? This one's for fly bushes. Now, the one that is actually complicated is going to be the cactus flower farm. Reason being for that one is... There's a way to improve this. The cactus flowers are kind of a pain. That's all I'm going to get into it right now. I'm traumatized. Yeah, we are out of bone meal on this one. Yes, that saved us the redstone dust. You know, I wonder... Oh, no, it can't grow on top of hopper. I was going to put a hopper underneath that piston there. We're on to TNT yet? Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That was like 2 hours ago. We might have to save that for another stream, because I think that's going to be a significant time investment to like build a TNT blast chamber. You got to get the TNT timing right. You got to get the dropping area right. You got to get the piston pushers and the item block stream figured out. So that's going to be quite a bit of stuff. But I do want to do that. It's on my list of things. Oh no, guys, I made a wildflower farm. Oh. I think we can change where these observers are placed, and that would maybe be better. First time watching. Hello there, Matt Pat. Okay. So let's dive into these cactus flowers, because these are indeed a problem. Now, the problem with cactus flowers is that you can't have a 3 tall cactus regrow flowers for you. So like when a cactus goes from 2 to 3 tall, it has a 25% chance of growing a flower on top of it. And if it doesn't grow a flower, then this 3 tall cactus will never try to grow a flower again, right? So you can't use 3 tall cactus in your farms. You got to use 1 or 2. 1 and 2 both have the same rate of growing a flower. Now, if you have a block next to the cactus right here, as if it was going to break the cactus once it grows up. So game roll, random tick speed, 1,000. So like, is it gonna grow? There it goes. Maybe that's too fast. It's just not gonna grow. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So if you have like a standard cactus farm where you're automatically breaking the cactus when it grows up immediately, then you're never gonna get a cactus flower from this, which is really annoying. So you have to find a way around that, and you can't just have like a piston right here. Oops, where'd my piston go? You can't just have like a piston at this layer, because that would break the cactus if it would grow up. So you're only gonna get cactus from this. So you would have to have the piston be like right here, right? And then probably fire all of these at like the same time. See, that one got a flower. And then once it gets a flower, it doesn't grow up. But if we break that, then it has, you know, the chance to grow up to a 3 or grow another flower. So my solution to this would be flying machine. I think that's about the best we can do. I think that's really the best we can do is flying machine. And I think it would be a honey block flying machine. And I think it would be something like this. Kaz, thank you for 21 months of resubscribing on Twitch. That's very nice of you. Glad you're still enjoying the community. Yeah, see, that would work. That right there. That right there. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is what I'm talking about. Boom. Boom. And then you can layer this up. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. You got a 1 month strength. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Hello, Epic. Tree farms are possible in Bedrock? Yeah, you can do all kinds of things. You don't need to do TNT for a tree farm. Right now we've designed our super basic tree farm. Right now we're messing with the new things that you can farm and the next Minecraft update, the spring drop that's coming sometime soon. Speaking of, keep an eye out on the channel tomorrow, because they're probably going to release a... what should we call it? They're probably going to release like a beta or a snapshot with some new features, so keep your eyes peeled for a new video tomorrow. Assuming that something actually releases that's interesting. How many is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Now, naturally, your line is not going to be this long. Or maybe it could be. There might be a way to do that. Yeah, so this line is not actually going to be here normally. It's going to be a flying machine, so just pretend for now. But I want to see what happens when we do a bunch of these. Can you just place the flower? Thank you. We're also going to do something like this as well. So this is like max density right here. And I want to see how many of these get destroyed. So you're never going to have a pure cactus flower farm. You're going to have a cactus and cactus flower farm. You're going to get both. Now, your normal cactus farms are never going to get flowers. They're only going to get cactus. I think every single one of those got deleted. Except like, no, I think that one was already there. Did every single one of those get deleted? Oof, that's not good. Oh, man. Wow, 0% efficiency. I guess we got one. Okay, well, not quite 0% efficiency, but we're darn near. That's amazing. Brilliant. See, now that's what I'm talking about, man. That's a quality tutorial right there. Let's try powdered snow, because you can actually put these next to cactus, and I think these will help catch the flowers and stop them from getting broken. Nah, it still looks like all of those are getting deleted. So maybe we can't do the dense layout. Hold up. You can move powdered snow? It's a movable block? I did not know this. Did you know this? Oh, and it breaks cactus when you push it. Okay, you know what? Listen, this game has a lot of it self-figured out. That doesn't make any sense. It's okay, so you can place it next to a cactus. You can place a cactus next to it, but if you move it next to a cactus, it breaks it. Cool. Love it. Okay. Guess we just won't be doing that concept. Okay, so we're gonna keep it a standard grid, I believe. Seems like the best way to go about that one. Let's put some of these on here. Bedrock edition, my guys. There's always something. Always something. Okay. Let's see how bad this gets. So if this doesn't work, then we will alternate it so that it's a block there and then a block here. So kind of like this. And maybe that'll be a little bit better, because when you push the flower, it won't go directly towards a cactus. It would have to go really far to the side to break on a cactus. Yeah, let's actually... You can. Interesting. It's like the first actual placeable block. I didn't think it was like considered a real block because you can go through it. Did not know that was pushable. Very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and break out all this. See how many of these survive. That's 6. Looks like we got ourselves 1. 2. Wow, okay, 30%. That's really not that great. That's why I was hoping the powdered snow would be good. Maybe, I don't know. Flowing water, maybe? Man, that's really not good. We might have to have some serious room between these cacti. If we don't want them to be dumb. How many was that? 3? Yeah, not very good. Scaffolding? Items land on scaffolding is the problem. They don't go through scaffolding. Yeah, see, they land on it. Hopper Minecraft to pick up the flowers. The problem with that is like getting them in there, because this is going to be a flying machine, right? So I think the solution is larger gaps. Oops. Which is not a ideal situation, but I think we can do something with it. Now we're using honey because that's not going to launch the items. Let's see, how many was that? Oh, I swear that one like fell down. Just 2. Are they getting broken on their own cactus? Spiderwebs break cactus? They shouldn't. They don't. Who knows if that's intended? Okay, so I think the problem might be is that the hitbox of these is so small. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, so the hitbox of the honey is just slightly too small. So the items get stuck on there, and then they go straight down, and they get deleted on the edge of the cactus. Okay. Well, that is unfortunate. And maybe if this is on a flying machine, it won't be a problem. Let's build work on Java. My guy, it's not even working on Bedrock right now. So, I'm gonna need you to come back later. Let's see. It's just gonna be a one-way flyer right now. We're just gonna set up a very janky flying machine. See if we can't get this to be a little bit better. That should be pushable. There it goes. I think this needs to be on its own thing, though. I don't remember how to build a flying machine! This is why I'm not gonna be making a video on how to build flying machines. There we go. I figured it out. Right. So now we need to flip the pistons, because this is not really a two-way flying machine. What? Oh, there's a teleport command, right? This chicken just teleported me all the way over here. That's, yeah, I have a couple of those set up. That's for an old video. Bro, where were we even building at? Use 4 observers to make a delay. There's a few different ways of doing things like that, but none that I have memorized right now. Not that I really have this memorized, but you know. Oh, missing that block. Right. I get lost in my redstone world. I know pretty well where everything is in here. I know fairly well. Alright, so the problem with this is that, I'm being stupid. There we go. There we go. I undid my dumb. Okay, so now we're gonna see how this actually works out for us. We just need to swap these pistons again. Now in Java, we have really, really easy two-way flying machines. It's basically just this, right? But not a Bedrock, because we can't have that kind of nice thing right now. My brain is not braining. It doesn't do a brain sometimes. Let's see how many of those survive. Okay. That was a bit better. So that was 5, right? And we got 4 of them. Okay. So that's proof of concept right there. Let's see. This is the edge of the flyer right here. We could actually push this over to here. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a minute to get proof of concept. It's not going to be a particularly good farm. I don't know why it's also canceling my place on these. You see that? Just like places and then goes away. How many blocks is this? 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. Okay. So we can bring it out to here. And that's 12 flowers. Okay. Great. Let's see what happens. I think because it's moving, the honey might not be as big of a deal. We got 11. Okay. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. And then you can stack this as well, because you could have another layer be. Let's see. You'd probably use like glazed terracotta, or no. I'm being stupid again. You have leaves. So then your next layer would go right here. So you could stack this up. Yeah, I mean, 11 out of 12 wasn't too bad. Of course, we need to run it a bunch more to like see how many you actually get, how many you actually lose. So we're gonna try this again. I also want to try compacting the layout a little bit more, because right now we have a 2-block gap, right? And I want to try putting this as a 1-block gap. But yeah, that's not so bad. I mean, there's always gonna be some loss when it comes to Cactus, right? It's just par for the course. Every cactus farm ever has like some loss. Let's see about that. That should have been 12. 12, okay. Wow, that actually worked out really well. Sometimes you might get like 10, sometimes you might get 11, sometimes you might get 12. Sometimes you might get nothing because no flowers grew. But yeah, I think a honey flyer is the smart way to go, because if we use slime, those things would just get launched, and then they would absolutely have really bad rates on that. Yeah, I would think that if cactuses were added today in the year 2024, 2025, then they wouldn't destroy items. But because they're like 12 years, 15, 20 years old, they destroy items. Now, what I'm also thinking might happen is that they might just add a way for you to just like, I don't know, crazy idea. But like you take some bone meal, you bone meal it, boop, and you get another one. Maybe. Or there's not actually a way to automatically bone meal cactus. Fun fact, because you can't have a dispenser next to a cactus, right? So I don't think they would do it that way. But yeah, I don't know. There's still a couple more betas until the spring drop's ready to go. So we'll see what happens, right? Why is that making clicking sounds in my inventory? What? It's making clicking sounds. Why? Okay. You know what? I'm not going to question it. Was the next tutorial coming out? I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, we're going to try this one with a 1-block gap and see if any of these ones get destroyed. That'll be the interesting test of this. I'm assuming some will, but we'll see how bad the rates are. Okay, so obviously all these ones would survive. Yes, we got 6 from there. And then 4 from this one, so that's 30% loss? Okay. Interesting. Let's try... Let's try this layout. Something like this, maybe. This might be the most ideal layout. Curious. Oh, you can see the underside of the texture of the cactus when you're placing it. Never noticed. It's there for like a split second, but you can see it. Have you guys ever found a floating cactus in your Minecraft worlds? It's pretty rare. It doesn't happen as much nowadays anymore. But if you have like a desert and you have a pond or a lava lake or something generate underneath a cactus, sometimes you find a floating one. Pretty rare, but you can see the actual texture of the underside of the cactus. Look away if you don't want to see spoilers for the underside of the cactus. One of the most rare textures in Minecraft. Look at it. It's basically just a wet oak log. My eyes! Ah! Do I like YouTube or Twitch? Both! That's why we're streaming on both right now. 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, we're one short as well. Okay, let's see how bad this is. I do need to figure out a better flying machine solution to this. I don't know if we even need flying machines. There's ways to do a moving bar like this that doesn't require flying machines. I have to look that up though. It's quite the interesting break sound. Okay, let's check on this side and see how many we have. These ones didn't go towards the cactus, so any ones that we lost would just die on themselves. 9. What's that, 25% loss rate? 9. Okay, so this gives you a 25% loss rate. Let's move this out by a block and see if it's just the layout that's giving us that or the spacing that's giving us that. Because it might be that they're just landing on the cactus right next to each other. Or it could be that they're flying into the next bar of cactus, right? So that's what I want to test with this one. I'm imagining they're landing on their neighbor, not on the ones super far away from them. There's a frog in my cactus farm. Frogs are great. Hello, Lady Sid. Welcome in. We are designing farms and stuff. It's going pretty well, I think. Have we not gotten the strip spruce log update yet? No, it's still wrong. Don't worry about it. It might be a few years. Oh wait, it already has. Okay. If we can get like less than maybe 10%, maybe 10% loss, I think that'd be pretty good. That was 10 out of 12. I don't know the percentage of that off the top of my head, but I think that's like 80 something. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 10 out of 12. What's the percentage on that? And this one was 7 out of 12. Ooh. Why was this one so much worse than that one? Move some hopper minecarts with flying machines. Well, the thing about trying to do that is they break on a cactus, right? So I feel like that would be very difficult to actually make happen. Because, I mean, if it touches it, it just dies, right? And then all of your items go everywhere. And then you lose the minecart, too, probably. So the only other solution I could think of is having water streams between these, right? But yeah, I guess if you attached a hopper minecart to the side of a flying machine, right? If you could glitch that into a block. Like imagine there's like a slab right here. Oops. Imagine there's like a slab. And that's holding the hopper minecart. And then that's what actually breaks it. So that gets pushed into here. But then again, then you would need a lot of hopper minecarts. That'd be indeed a lot of hopper minecarts. And then you also need to think about how you're going to unload all those hopper minecarts. So you're probably going to need another hopper minecart or a hopper line, which is going to be quite a bit. Actually, one of those didn't get lost. It was just on top of the flying machine. So it was 12 and 10. Or 12 and 8, actually. Interesting. So which layout was better? It wasn't this diagonal layout. It was just a standard layout like this. I think it was a standard 2-block grid. Which is kind of unfortunate. It's not very dense, but that might be some of the best you can really do. Unless you're moving a hopper minecart in it with a flying machine. Which is an interesting concept, because if you're moving the hopper minecart like that, then you could have full density, So let's try that. Someone said a cauldron, right? I don't know how you would do that, but I think we can figure it out. Let's try. Let's try this. This used to work. Seem to be higher, maybe. Oh, maybe we need to land it inside of there. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome into the stream, along with Adarsh as well. We are trying to design a cactus flower farm. We got our tree farm done. The stream title's not a lie. We just happened to kind of get done with that project. For now, at least. Now, I don't think the hopper minecart's actually going to fit inside of there. So this will be interesting to figure out. Let's try to get it like that. Yeah, see, it's not going to actually get down in there. I'm not sure how exactly you glitch it in there. Place the minecart on the sand, like on wolf farms. Oh, the Simtic wolf farms. I've never actually built one of those, so I'm not sure how you do that. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, some way of, maybe we could just use like a trapdoor though. Maybe we don't need to like overcomplicate this. For right now, just to get a proof of concept, we could find a more permanent solution later. But for right now, let's try and get a proof of concept going. So this is going to zip through some flowers and then allegedly break those flowers and pick them up without loss. Hopefully. And then also not fall off on the way back. Excuse me. Oh, right, trapdoor adds an extra block on there. Oh, man. Just got broken immediately. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we'll put that on a slab then. Or some other block that's slightly thicker than a trapdoor. That's kind of unfortunate. Okay, let's try that. Is that not gonna work? Oh, that just got launched off the front of it. Yeah, it just gets propelled. Yep, you called it. Just gets propelled. Simtic wax farm be possible? Maybe. I'm not really familiar with simticking, but typically it requires things to grow, or it helps things grow. Oh, yeah, if it's on Java and you have like a, yeah, if the minecart cauldron thing's on Java, then it's probably not on Bedrock. Let's see. Yeah, so it doesn't work on a slab. What other short things have we got? Stone cutters are movable on Bedrock, and they're slightly shorter than a slab. Or are they slightly taller, actually? They're slightly taller, never mind. We don't have much in between a slab and a trapdoor. It's kind of a weird area to be in. I mean, maybe we can just try it like on top. I mean, why not? Why not try? Just do it. Let's find out. That didn't do anything because I built this rock. And that's why you try. Nope. I don't know how it like fell off the back of it like that though. That seems weird. So besides like having your flying machine carry a whole bunch of hopper minecarts on it, having them spaced out and just a standard grid like this is probably the best you can do. But if you can get those hopper minecarts on there, then like sky's the limit, right, for layout. Because you can get a very dense layout. This would be like 60, well, maybe not 60, but like maybe 60% more dense. I mean, quite a bit. We can actually calculate this real quick. So this would be 22 plants. 22 plants versus 12. So it's almost twice as dense. Which means that your rates are going to be better. And you're going to be able to build a lot more farm and a lot smaller area. So obviously that's like the ideal layout if we could get some hopper minecarts on there. But with this, you need a hopper minecart every single block, which is going to get pretty expensive. Yeah, this right here is near 100% efficiency, or near 100% collection with no loss. It's just not very dense, which is why we were trying to find a different layout. This one would also be the same vertical stacking density. So we can always stack it vertically the same density, but how many plants you can shove into that area is where it gets to be fun, right? But yeah, this might be the best you can do with just like a standard flying machine. Although there is another layout that we could try. We could try this. And that might be an option. This is definitely more compact, more density, more plants per area. But if it works for actually collecting the items or not, we will find out. So how many is that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, right? 12 plus 5? Yeah, 17. I know numbers. I already tried that. I don't think I tried this specific layout. I don't think so. I might have. Seventeen is the number to go for. We got 5. Ooh. We got 11 out of that. That's not great. Also, welcome in, Waldo. How you doing? You know what? For the fun of it, let's try slime. Now, it might also be that maybe honey isn't good and we should just use some regular blocks on there. It's a funny looking tree. I know. We wrapped up the tree farm designing, and we're messing with the new farms now. Okay, let's take a look at this. 17. Yeah, a bunch of those are gonna get launched. I mean, that might actually be a better collection rate. But if you built this farm full scale, I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, they just got launched right over top of the other cactus. I mean, that that might be near 100% collection rate. It's literally 100%. That's great. Wow. Okay. Obviously, that's not going to work long term if you build a very large farm, though. That's so funny. That's so funny. Huh. How far can we take this? Because that might solve a lot of our problems right there. That's crazy. Okay. Let's see. So that launched an item from here over top of this cactus. Interesting. So I'm thinking we do a super compact layout like this, and then we just have like some water walls in between these to push the items downwards so they don't fly into another cactus. Let's turn down our random tick speed to 1. Maybe that'll fix our item placement issue. So we're going to move this flying machine back. That might actually be the strategy right there. We might have found it out, guys. We might have done it. Yeah, so obviously we couldn't extend this exact pattern out forever. We'd have to have a gap in between modules. So maybe a gap would be like 3 blocks, and then we have like water flowing down right here in the middle to push those items downwards. But if we can have a whole bay of like, you know, 5 wide of this, maybe even 6 wide without losing any items, that would be crazy. Let's get some flowers on here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nope, we're still having our little anti-placing bug. It's not as bad. Okay, let's see how many of those we collect, and then I don't know how many that is. Somebody count this real quick. $15 plus 12. That's 27, right? Did I do a numbers? I don't know, guys. Might have done a numbers. Some of them are probably going to get lost on this little band right here because it's not slime that's pushing it. So we should actually not be counting that. That's not supposed to be there. $27, $23. Okay. Actually, this is probably one of them as well. 24. 24 out of 27, and we had 2 of those not being slime. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's run this back and see how long we can make this without it being silly. So we're gonna get rid of the 2 on this because that's pistons and stuff. So that's not gonna count towards our flying machine or towards our ratio there. Let's see how far they can launch them. Actually, we can probably do that without a flying machine real quick. We can grab some of this. Okay, so see, that one got deleted on this one over here. So we can't push it that far. But that, I mean, that's really good, right? Now, if we put even just like a leaf wall right here, I think that would do it. We don't even need the water. We just need like some little gap for the items to hit. That way they don't go flying into the next bay of cactus. Haha, there we go. We're figuring it out, guys. Okay, this is looking good right here. Ah, this is good. Okay. Yeah, we don't need the water because obviously, like, if you have a flying machine going through like a single slice of water, that water is gonna like flow to the side and be all stupid and nasty and gross. So we don't want to do that. But yeah, just like a little wall for them to hit. Man, that's gonna be great. And then let's see about that one. Can we add... I think if we add one right here, that's gonna break on that, right? Just to be sure. We can only have like 3. Yeah, we can't do a 4th. Okay. But that means that our thing is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a total of 6 cactus wide. So that's really good. We just increased the density of our farm even more. This is going to be our little wall of leaves right here to catch the items, even if some land on top of here. Oh, wait, actually, hold up. We should take a look at this. We might need the water wall, because I didn't think about there being another bay right here. Yeah, so what happens if we have like a flower right here? I imagine that's not going to be good for that particular flower's health. Oops, sorry, cactus. Pretty good. Okay, so maybe... Oh, man. Yeah, we might do that water wall. Hoppers are movable, so we can't just have like a hopper line right there to pick those up mid-flight. Yeah, our random tick speed's on 0 right now because we don't want anything growing up messing with us. Yeah, we would have to test the launching distance from every one of these. Huh. That didn't go very far. That's strange. Okay, that one did. Yeah, see, that one flew right over top of here. Man, we can't use, like, walls or anything. Because if we use some walls, those would stick to the flying machine, right? Hover marker in the middle. I think our wall will just need to be further apart. Is this coming out as a video? Yeah, so this is the design work that goes into making a farm, right? We spend days sometimes designing things before a video even gets made. So that's why tutorials can take a long time to get out. Because I really want to make sure that, like, I'm putting in the work to make sure that a video is as good as it can be. What if we did like this? What if we did 2 walls? Trying to catch as many of these items as we can. I don't know, you might not need this specific layout, but it's an idea. Let's launch that, see where that lands. So that's good. And see, that one gets burnt, yeah. So maybe we would have to do bigger gaps between our sections, or we would have to do smaller sections. That way the final one from this can hop over the next section, right? So figuring out the spacing and the density for that would be interesting. Well, the thing is, we can't have anything right here as our blocker that would attach to the flying machine. So we're going to be having a flying machine going along here. So we have to use like leaves or something. Or we just do a water wall. I mean, let's try it, right? A water wall would push those items downwards, but it's also going to be nasty and gross and wet and moist. So that's going to be a problem for just everyone. Sorry, I don't make up the rules. I think a bubble column would get destroyed because it has to be water sources, not flowing water. Let's see. There's probably some ways that we could like help stop this water from getting all nasty, but I think it's just gonna flow all over the sides in general. Yeah, if it starts flowing above the cactus and stuff, then we're gonna have a problem. Okay, so that's gonna be the next layer. Okay, let's try this out, and let's see how bad that water flow gets. It's not actually. Hold up, we gotta push this back. Is that gonna be fine? I guess we'll find out, right? I guess we should probably also put some of these on there. Was this 27 still? I think we added more to it. What is that? Oh, it's 4. Yeah, we changed it. 4, 8, 12 plus 15? Oh, it's still 27. Still 27 even. Okay, so we chopped off 2 on the side. We added okay. Numbers. Hopefully that water like pushes those items downwards enough. Nah, see, we're still losing some. Oh man. Oh god. Okay. So that's not gonna happen. Well, let's just pretend like that didn't happen, everybody. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to use water. Water nasty. You know when I said water was nasty? Yeah, water nasty. We're not even gonna bother counting. Whoops, we still need to keep this though. Right then, so I think we're kind of at not quite a stalemate. I don't know what the word for it is, but we're at a position now where not sure where to go with it. Clean up in aisle 3. Clean up in all the aisles, every single one of them. Every aisle needs to clean up. The whole store. Actually, you know what? The whole state. Yeah, so this we know is like near 100%. With honey though. And then we still haven't tried. Yeah, the cow is living dangerously over there. This might end up being larger density still. So let's see how far one can launch from this side, and then we can do a little bit of math to find out which one is larger density. Whether you should just keep your farm with you know, rows like this, 2-block gap, and if that ends up being larger density than a big ol' really dense area, but then like a big gap between. Or, and here's an idea. You do a section of like, what is this, 6 wide? You don't have a flying machine. You just have a bar of slime that gets like magically pushed across, because there is a way to do that with like different pulses of redstone on both sides. You just have like a sticky piston on both sides. Anyway, and then the actual end of the farm is right here. So like this is a wall, and then on this side is a wall. Actually, I think we need to move one of these out by like an extra, and then you just stack that up as many times as you want, right? So it's not really a flying machine. It's just a bar that alternates. And then I think that might be a good way to do it. Keep your density. And then if you want to, you could build another module. That might be the best way to do it, because then you're not trying to have a gap right here for a flying machine to fly through. So maybe that would be best. We need to figure out how to do that little alternating bar though. But I don't know. There's so many different concepts right now for how we could do this, and it might end up not even mattering. Oh man, this is gonna go forever. Because there's the chance that they might just add a way to bone meal this, right? Okay, is that gonna consistently land on that? Oh, that guy hit on a cactus. Well, it doesn't matter. Helps if there's a flower there. So it looks like... Oh, that one's skidded over top. Okay, well, I mean, as long as it's mostly gonna happen. Yeah, see, that one's gonna skid over top every single time. Man, maybe not every single time. But you gotta test things. Yeah, so for the most part, that one's gonna get destroyed. So you would need a minimum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 block gap. Launch them into line of hopper minecarts. That's super expensive, though. That's why I don't want to do it that way. And you also need a hopper line underneath all those cards to unload it. So it's just like a ton of iron and a lot of extra lag, right? I mean, it's possible, but it's not good, right? It's not a solution I'd be happy with, like telling people to build. So let me think for 1 second here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know 5 blocks after the cactus, we need a wall. So where does the next cactus on this side go then? Because we can't have a cactus right here. Unless we had a wall right here. So we could do like an alternating wall kind of deal. I think that's how we would have to do it. Which is actually kind of how I had it built up before, if you remember. It's that weird looking wall, and now it's kind of working out. I was just ahead of myself. Ahead of my days. There we go. So yeah, it'd be something like this, I believe. And then that would offer pretty high density, while also hopefully blocking everything. I think that's the best you can really do. So now the question is, how many plants do we have in this wide of an area versus how many we would get in there with this layout? So this is, again, still 27 plants, right? You are my 0.3% subscriber, according to YouTube 2024. That's crazy. That's wild. Thank you so much. I got one of those as well, and it said I was in the top 3.3%, 0.03%, or something like that. I don't know, something crazy for game ranks. I've been subscribed to them for like... well, they were one of my first channels that I ever subscribed to, actually. It was like 2014, 15, somewhere in that range. So an extra 27 on that side. And we're not going to count the blocks that you need on like the very edge. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So... that's 54 blocks, 54 plants. Hold up. 54 plants, 18 wide. And then for this to be 18 plants, that'd be 5, 10, 15, wait, 54 plants? Hold up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, that is so much larger. Oh, okay. So even with the huge gaps in between, it's still way denser. That's crazy. 54 by 18. Okay, actually, it's 54, not 58. Six, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31. Wow, that is twice as dense. Yeah, that is twice the density. Okay. Well then, that is actually a huge improvement over the standard layout. That's crazy. The Bond's name. James' name. Yes, good. But yeah, thank you again, Anemish. That's crazy. Glad you enjoy all the videos and stuff, or hopefully you enjoy the videos and things. If you're top 0.3. Make sure that you got an Impaling 5 Trident on the raid farm. You shouldn't have that many vexes. You can also spam down a bunch of boats though, and that should fix things, or at least it'll just capture them. Yeah, so this one requires honey blocks. This one requires slime blocks. We do need to test this a little bit more to actually. Oh wow, we're over time. Did not even realize. Yeah, we need to test this a little bit more to make sure that each one of these properly gets harvested. Words. Oh, that one skipped over. No, maybe my density's wrong. Unless that's a fluke. Well, there's a rare chance. This was never gonna be quite 100%. This one doesn't look like it's having that great of a time though. Yeah, we might need to expand this by 1 extra block. Yeah, I don't know. What was that, like 3 out of 5 survived? Yeah, so we might need to push this back a block further. Because the flowers have like a 25% chance of growing, so you really want to make sure that you're not losing those. But either way, that would still be 54 to 19 wide. So that's not really that bad. I can live with that. And then, oh, we had like another idea, didn't we? There was another way that we. Oh yeah, yeah. So the alternating like piston wall bar wall thing. There's a way to do that. So we could just have a farm where the walls end right here, and it's just like 10 wide with 27 plants. And then you can stack it. But I'm not sure how to do that, so let's try and figure this out real quick. Because I've seen this in very old Java Wither Skeleton farms, where they don't use quite a flying machine. I think this was before observers. So they had a line of slime like this, and then another sticky piston on this side. So then what you do, and I'm going purely off of memory here, is you... Oh, this requires block dropping, doesn't it? Unless... Yeah, it would require block dropping. So you like push it that way. And then like... Yeah, it requires block dropping. Because if you like one tick pulse this, it would leave the slime bar like oh here. Use observer and copper bulb to make a flip flop. Yeah. So what I was trying to do is like basically make you know, a couple pistons and then make it so that this bar would get pushed across, right? Yeah, so there is another way of doing this if you, I mean, no, so I think what you guys are talking about in chat is how you can have like a piece of bamboo or something or sugarcane grow in front of an observer. So like when this grows up, you know, it activates like a piston, right? Boom. Or sorry, this is backwards. Yeah. So when it grows up, it like activates the piston. harvest it. But, you know, it would actually need to power the piston. But you can't do that with this cactus because if the cactus would grow up and break, so like if the cactus would grow up right here and break and turn off as an item, it'll never grow a cactus flower. So there's no way of doing something like, you know, this, where you just like harvest it like that immediately. Also, that's massively expensive, even if it did work, but it doesn't. So they made that change so that it doesn't break, you know, the last 15 years of cactus farming. Which is good. That's appreciated. We need our normal cactus farms work. But in order to actually harvest these things, you have to harvest them by hand, or you have to use a flying machine. And I can't think of any other ways to do it without a flying machine. Because you need to be able to push those things in. No, a fence wouldn't work either. Because anything that would break a cactus doesn't work. Can water harvest cactus flowers? How do we test that? Maybe don't build out of sand. Probably help. It does. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so it's not 100% success rate, but it does work. Now, the problem with that is you have to flow in the water from above. So you would need, hold up, there's a way to do that. This is like the standard cactus stacking method, I believe. So you'd have to do something like this. But you're also assuming that... Oh, okay, so no, the reason why this doesn't work is because there's a % chance that it'll be a flower, right? A flower or a cactus. So you have to break the cactus, which is why you need the flying machine. You can't just use water. Even though water does break the flowers, it's not something that we can use for this. So I think you basically have to use a flying machine, right? I think you have to. Just have the farm. No, so 3 tall cactus doesn't work either. So when a cactus becomes 3 tall, it then has a, I think 25% chance or something of growing a flower. And if it fails that chance, it'll never grow a flower. So you'd have to harvest this 3, wait for that to grow up, and then you have another chance of flower. And even if it does grow a flower, it's only ever going to grow 1. So you can't farm the 3 talls. So that's why, you know, you can farm 1 or 2, but there's no difference between 1 and 2. So you just farm the 1 talls. Yeah, so I think that's why you have to do a flying machine. I mean, maybe there's another way of doing it. I haven't seen anyone else online talk about, like, how to farm these things. But I'm still thinking that there's a chance that they're going to add a way to just, like, bone meal these. So maybe in the end it won't even matter. But I feel like if they were going to add a bone mealing method, then they would have done it when it was introduced, because everything else that they added and the updates has a method to bone meal immediately. So, like, I don't know. But I am fairly happy with this layout right here. That's 54 to 19. If we could figure out this, like, slime block thing right here, that would be good as well. I'm not sure if there's a way to do that on Bedrock Edition, though, without the block dropping. Because you, has to be sticky pistons. And then, like, you would have to push it that way. And then you have to stop this from, like, being retracted. And there's not really a way to do that. So. Stacked raid farms are very difficult. Really, just stacked village stuff in general is very difficult. It's not something that I'm great at. You can't push leaves. Yeah, leaves are non-pushable. But if we use like a glazed terracotta or something right here, I mean, that's an option. No, so you see the problem with that is, you'd have to have 2 layers of pistons because you can't push or you can't pull. Dang, words. I'm sorry. We've been streaming for a while. My words die after a minute. So, like, if you wanted to push this up so that the items would hit it, so you could have the wall like right here, then you can't pull that down. So you'd have to have another layer of pistons right here to push it down. That way, the flying machine could go through, which is an option. But then you also have to figure out how to power all of this in a way that doesn't lose items. Blarg, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Using honey is a genuinely good idea. Because that doesn't stick to, yeah, that would do it. That would do it. That would save a lot of redstone and paint. Yeah, that would do it. There you go. GG's. Big brain. Big brain in the chat right there. Who said it? Who said it? Very... Diane, dear. Very... I don't know how to say your name, so I'm just going to call you dear. That's the big brain move right there. Why can't the rest of you think of things like this? Now, I believe the piston would actually have to be on the top. Well, we do have a problem with this, and that is we'd have to extend it out by 1. Because I'm thinking items are going to land on the piston, right? Boom, lost. So we have it off to the side by 1. Boom. Mega big brains right here, everybody. We got the big brains in the chat. The big brains. Okay, that just increased the density of the farm by, like, literally so much. And then, we might not even need to push it up either. But I think we should. Look at that. Big brain in the chat. Hello, Jailbird. That's awful. It is. Whatever we were doing previously before this was awful. Yes. We don't even need that one. Okay, so now the items are going to hit this, and then we just need a way of detecting the flying machine. So I think we would... Can we add another block onto the end of this? That's beyond push limit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's beyond push limit. Well, we need a way of detecting that the flying machine is coming. And the only way to do that is to have a block on the end that you read with an observer. So I think we do something like this. And then we need that to keep this... We need that to keep this down for quite a while. Yeah, copper bulb. Yep. Smart. Big brains. Many big brains in the chat tonight. Look at this. You guys figuring out all the things. Yeah, I was gonna do like a pulse extender or something, but big brain right here in the chat. Yep, let's go. Okay. So then we're gonna do a comparator. And maybe we should move this closer actually. No, actually the front of the thing is a little bit extended, so I think we can move it to like maybe right here. And then comparator right here. Terracotta and some redstone. And that would do it. So now when the flying machine comes by, boop. You know what? We might need 2 bulbs because it's going to get activated twice, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to get activated twice. So how do we manage that? We might need 2 bulbs. Is that the solution to this? Yeah, I think 2 bulbs would be the solution to it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So then we just need this to be on real quick. And we're doing good, actually. Yeah, let's go ahead and fire up this flying machine. And we should see that work. And then on the way back, it will turn it on, I think. So it'll raise the bar back up. Hopefully. Is it the wrong way? There we go. Now that is a problem. It does lower the bar a little bit early. Yeah. So the bar might still need to be out over here. That way it launches the items with when the slime is like right here. Or maybe we just need to add more delay to this, you know? Let's just try that. I think that might do it as well. Anything we can do to keep this farm small. Let's just try it from here, and we'll throw some flowers on here. Boop, boop, boop. And if that's still too early, then we will move the observer over another block. We have... No, we can't move it over another block because the observer on the front there. We would have to move that observer somewhere. Flying machine has to stay 1 tall, by the way, in order for this entire system to work. Yep, look at that. Okay, there we go! I think that was everything. Were these ones from last time? I didn't actually see if those ones were from last time. Did anyone catch that? Not sure about those ones. And then it goes back across, and it goes back up. Boom. Brilliant. That should be 100% collection rate. We can take a look down here. I don't know how many placed, but that's 16. Okay, let's go ahead and plant in every single one of these. Run this test back and see what happens. It might not be quite 100%, but it should be like 90 plus. And that's really good for anything cactus. So, I mean, honestly. Oh, we missed 1 right there. So this should be 27 still. 4. There's 3 rows of 4, 3 rows of 5. Oh, excuse me. Broken my flying machine right now. Okay, some of them did get launched over. So, interesting. Let's see. That's 16 right there. That's 21. Is there anything else anywhere else? 21 out of 27? Oh wait, there's actually 1 right here. I don't know how that would have gotten there. But that's fine. That would actually still be collected as well. 23 out of 27. That's pretty good. With 3/4 cactus and... oh, yeah. That's a great point, actually. Alaskan. Yeah, that is a great point. We haven't thought about that during our testing. Is that a bunch of these are going to be cactus. And then, yeah. Well. That's going to, yep, that's going to ruin our race, ain't it? $85%? That's not so bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to work though, is it? Because it's going to randomly grow up a bunch of cactus in there. Dang! Ripperonis. Yeah, sometimes you spend some time on a concept and you think it's going to work out great and you're like, oh, nope, there's one little thing. One little thing that's going to ruin it. That little thing is just how these grow. Yeah. It's mostly a cactus farm. Is the problem with these. Yeah, so you gotta do this layout, man. You gotta do this layout. That's really unfortunate. Dang! Ah, man, I wish we would have realized that a while ago. Yeah, because the flowers are too rare. If there was a way to have them 100% grow flowers, then like obviously this would be the way to do it, but it don't. Big sad, man. Boop. Thank you for the biddies. Much appreciated. I do love the solutions that we came up with it though. It was still fun. It was good. We had a good run at it, but yeah, it's still gonna be like this. This right here is the best you can get. Dang. Dang. Nah, blog. That's too many pistons. Too much redstone per plant. You want minimum redstone per plant, right? And that's what this layout here is. I do really like this though. This is really fun. If Cactus didn't destroy items, then man, we would be great. Thank you for the no. I think that deserves a derp right there. That's sad. Listen, give me time. I'm stupid, okay? But speaking of, we probably should wrap up the stream. It's been like 3 hours. Thank you all so much for watching on YouTube and on Twitch. I'll be streaming again on Thursday night, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern, late UK and early Australian. Thank you for the 200 viewers on YouTube right now. That's great. Really appreciate it. We also got 90 viewers on Twitch right now. You guys are watching a live stream about Cactus. It's been good though. It's been good. Yeah, I want to get back to doing more Technical Tuesdays. You can see a bunch of fan art from our community here on the end screen. And we're going to end by rating someone, as we usually do. We're going to end by rating Slack Lizard, who is streaming over on Twitch, playing some Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So you guys know the deal. Drop a follow. Go hang out with them. Tell them where you came from. And I'll see you guys over there. And in the next one, let me see if I can get a link to them for the YouTube chat. Here we go. You can just head over there directly. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. How do I end the stream again? Right, this button. Bye! And then there's exclusive 5 seconds just for our Twitch chat.